Yeah, I'm sharing my screen, everyone. Just confirm me if you can able to see my screen. Yeah, I think everyone can able to see my screen. Is it fine?
Yeah, yes, we can see.
Yeah, thanks for your confirmation. Yeah, so today's class, initially I will start with performance testing. Some of the questions like how what is the performance testing everything, and slowly I will go for this integrations everything. And also I will so once whenever in every class na, I will try to show some descriptions here, so what they are expecting from us. Okay, for maybe for 4 years experience, so what they are expecting from us for 5 years. Okay, so this way daily we can see some job descriptions here. And also I will show you some real time scripts only. Okay, but not on the records here. Maybe in the offline, when recording will be off, I will show you the real-time JMX files and how they are doing this scripting for e-commerce application. Okay, and which controllers they are using. Everything I will show you. Yeah, maybe today's class, na. Initial I will explain you what is a performance testing. Then tomorrow I will go for JMeter. Yeah, anyone can say what is a performance testing and why it is important. Any answer? Anyone? What is a performance testing and why we are so why performance testing is very important nowadays?
Hey, hi, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so performance testing is basically we will evaluate the system at how much load it can take when it comes to a lot of requests are getting hit onto the server, like big billion days and all we see in Flipkart and Amazon. So this testing makes sure that the system is capable of handling such kind of loads, and that's why the performance of the system is required to be evaluated, and that's why the performance testing is important.
yeah. And is performance testing is a non-functional or functional one?
It's
Non,
non-functional NFR.
Yeah, so security testing and this performance testing and penetration testing, everything this all will come under non-functional category. So we are not checking any functionalities here. We never check. Just only we will check whether application can able to withstand a particular load. Okay, otherwise, recently, like recently, so many things happens here. Like if any blackout will come, like if any server is not working properly or something. Okay, if server will be down, so many issues will come. Okay, like I think before 1 year back, I think 1 year. I'm not understood. Before 1 year back, maybe the Prabhas, one of the hero, we know from our Telugu state. Okay, so when he came for just only for interview purpose, server was became down. And recently, so many things happens here. Performance testing is becoming more and more important nowadays because of the complexity happens here. Okay, and let me come back. Like whenever this type of questions will come, don't say anything more and don't say anything less. Just explain them. Yeah, performance testing is a type of software uh, to check how the system will perform under various load conditions. Yeah, someone has given this answer. It's very okay. But in addition, you can explain them. Yeah, we like the performance testing will measure the system responsiveness, stability, reliability, scalability. Okay, so how the system is responding. For suppose when I ask one question, just like you are giving me answer, so you are responsive. Okay, you can able to understood my question and you can able to answer my, okay. And stability, okay. So everyone know, once application will be stable, then only we need to check, we need to do performance testing, okay. So and also we will check how the application will be stable whenever more and more load, okay, are accessing our application. And reliability, scalability means like in future, if I want to increase my particular load, more and more load, okay, how can I increase, whether I need to go for vertical scaling or horizontal scaling, okay. So what is this vertical scaling and horizontal scaling, everything I will explain you. So the main key factors will be response time, how system, how quickly the system will respond to the request. For suppose I'm sending a request here, the system should able to respond very in a very few seconds, not only few seconds, in milliseconds, okay. Maybe we know before 20 years back or everything, if application is loading very slow, we never, okay, no problem, we are having some patience here, we can able to sit for some time. Because I remember, like when I'm in BTech fourth year, the internet will be very slow, okay. I used to sit for half an hour for downloading some small documents, okay. Because we know we are, okay, internet is not that much faster everything, but nowadays, if anyone knows, if application is not loading for 2 seconds or more than 3 seconds, or any issues are coming, slowness issues are coming, that particular, the customers will not use that, but maybe not everyone, but some reduction will happens here, okay. So and like maybe the particular application person may face some losses or his credibility, everything. So mainly the performance testing we are checking to, the main key aspect will be response time and throughput. So throughput means number of transactions processing per unit time. In for one unit, for one time, for unit time, how many transactions are processing? Okay, like for suppose, like if you think Zomato app, so how they will check is whether throughput is a business requirement or a customer requirement. Anyone can say throughput is a business requirement or the user requirement.
Business requirement.
Yeah,
User.
no, I think it's a business requirement. Why? Because if for suppose Zomato, Swiggy, I'm giving examples. If more and more, if more and more users are delivering, taking the food from their applications, na, they will check per 1 hour how many customers are checking our application, and how many customers are taking the food from their particular applications. Then they will get more money, okay. Like in banking application, number of transactions, like if more and more customers are using their particular application here, okay, website, okay, for transferring the money or something. So the throughput is number of transactions processed per unit time. Okay, it is a business requirement. Most of the time, this type of questions are coming in ISTQB also. Okay, resource utilization. So, mainly we are checking for this resource utilization to check CPU, memory, disk. Okay, I think I started my recording, na? Yeah, okay, yeah. So to check the CPU, memory, disk, network usage, everything, these all things we will check. And mostly we will check CPU and memory most of the time for all the server, no, for app server, for DB server, okay, for web servers, okay, for all servers we will check, okay. And mainly scalability to check whether system's ability to handle the increased load. Okay, for suppose if load is increasing, the system should be able to handle more and more. You know, like this one, like in this way you can explain them. If you can able to answer explain them this similar way, similar, not like this similar way, they will come to know, yeah, you're having the knowledge on the performance testing very properly, or okay, you are having more and more experience on the performance testing. Okay, just only these keywords should reach there. Okay, so whenever if anyone is asking, just explain them uh, to check how the system will perform under various load conditions, and also to measure the responsiveness, stability, reliability, scalability, and you can explain them the key aspects here. Okay, yeah, like and what are the different types of performance testing? Anyone can explain? Anyone can able know how many different types of performance testing will be there?
Yeah,
Stress,
load, stress.
endurance,
Yeah,
scalability,
yeah,
spike
scalability,
testing,
yeah, spike,
and also volume testing.
Load.
Volume
yeah,
testing.
main one load testing. Okay, so everyone will do initially load testing. That is also most important. Okay, so load testing means, for suppose for a normal expected load, for suppose I'm running one of the maybe I'm running one small food maybe food market here. I know every day how many users will come to my market. Okay, and by buying some fruits or something, I know. And also I know when the peak day will come. For suppose before some festivals or something, more and more number of users will come to my market, and they will buy some items here. So so what I will do, for suppose today 1,000 customers came to my market, so tomorrow 2,000, and in the peak hour 10,000. Okay, then based on this requirement, this all requirements, as an NFR, they need to gather all this information here. What is the peak hour, everything. Okay, so in the peak day, 10,000 customers are coming. Again, in the peak day, we need to identify the peak hour, and from the peak hour, okay, the peak hour analysis, we are going for load testing. For suppose I know in the peak hour, 1,000 users can able to access my application. Okay, so while we are collecting the information from NFR, I will come to know my concurrency will be 1,000. So for the 1,000 concurrency, if we are going for performance testing using any tool, JMeter, LoadRunner, NeoLoad, these are all tools here. Performance testing is the umbrella. Okay, so the concept will be same. The performance testing concept will be same. The tools will differ. That's it. Okay, so load testing means for the normal peak hour load. And coming for stress, for suppose I know my market is expanding more and more, and more customers are coming to my food market here. I want to verify, maybe in the next 1 year, if more and more users are accessing my application, okay, whether my application can able to withstand properly or not, with the same capacity, with the same server capacity, like app server, DB server, okay, so web servers, everything, each and every configuration, all the infra will be same. But I need to check my with this particular configuration, how much load my application can able to handle. That is given by stress. I want to increase. Okay, if I know my concurrency will be 1,000, I need to increase more than 1,000. Okay, and I need to check. See, whenever we in the stress testing now, whenever I'm increasing my load, for every run, I need to verify the CPU memory for all the servers here. If anywhere it is crossing 100, it is reaching 100%, then I need, if it is better, you can stop. If you're not stopping, application will crash. That's it. There will be no issue. Okay. But anyway, you will able to find the maximum load your application can able to handle properly. Then in future, if 2000 member customers are also accessing my application can deliver the food properly. There will be no issue with the same configuration that is given by stress. Like make uh, everyone know the name itself, stress. For suppose if someone like is working for 9 hours, okay, if someone will say no, no, not 9 hours, work for 13 hours, okay, and if someone will come, no, 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 work for 14 hours, 15 hours, okay. So just an example. So to check the person's stress, like if he is working for 15 hours, how much like how he can able to deliver uh, like everything properly. That is given by the stress. So similar way, how we are, for suppose if I'm working for more than something more than my specified time period, I will become stress here. Similar way, applications will also become stress, and maybe the CPU memory of a particular server will reach 100%. Okay. Then coming for volume testing, to check the large amount of data. So then we can go for volume testings here. Spike testing, sudden load increases. Okay, this everything I will explain you in by using JMeter tool. Okay, like for recently Amazon sale or something, some sales are going on. Na? Like everyone know, like at sharp 10 a.m. I need to open my application Amazon. I need to buy the products here. So then everyone will open at a particular time. Then they need to check before application will go live. They need to verify. Okay, if 10,000 users are accessing my application, okay, at same time, suddenly, so then how my application can able to handle. Okay, so this testing, and see, no need to do all the testings here, depending on the requirements here. Depending on the requirement, you need to identify which testing will help us. Okay, like for suppose if one of the person like one of the manager will come and he will say, my application is working properly before 2 years back, but suddenly the application is not working properly. The response time is very increasing. Can you check? Can you do performance testing and can you identify the issues here? Okay, so then you will think, then you will think, yeah, what is happening? Yeah, before 2 years back, yeah, it's working properly. Then suddenly the response time is increasing. Which testing will help us? So then you can think of, yeah, maybe any memory leaks are happening here or something. Okay, so initially you will do load testing, and in the load testing you will identify some bottlenecks here, and if you will identify some memory, if maybe the memory is becoming very high or something, then you will go for endurance testing. And this endurance testing, you can able to run the test for 8 hours or 24 hours, depending on, for suppose if your application is a gaming application, and you know the gaming application, like all over the world, everyone will play the game somewhere. For suppose in night in India, maybe morning, and maybe in America it's night. Like this, everyone will open their application here. So some of the applications they need to run for 24 hours, and they need to check whether CPU memory, like whenever garbage collection happens here, memory is decreasing or it is not decreasing. So everyone know, I will explain you. Garbage collection, whenever garbage collection GC happens here, memory should decrease here. Okay, if memory is not decreasing, then we will check. Okay, that is the other. Okay, now I'm not going for further. Okay, and scalability testing here, increasing the load gradually. So like this. Okay, so I given some examples like load testing, 10,000 concrete number of users, normal business hour, stress to find the maximum concurrent number of users here. Spike jumping from 5,000 to 20,000 users here. Endurance testing, 10,000 users continuously running for 24 hours. So this is like some of the things we need to learn initially. What is the performance testing? Okay. And coming for JMeter, na, like I will explain you regarding this JMeter. Maybe so tomorrow. But initially again I'm having some more questions here. So various types completed and differentiations also we know everything. Okay. What is the key benefits I explain you? Okay. And everyone know. Anyone can say this question. What impact can poor performance have on the business? If any application is having very poor performance here,
Loss of profit.
Revenue loss.
yeah, revenue loss or loss of profits,
Reputation.
yeah, reputation, that is most important. Okay, I think recently, maybe I never say the name, but recently one of the company reputation is also going bad from last 1 week. Okay, not because of this application performance here, I'm saying regarding the reputations or something. Okay, and revenue loss, if reputation will gone, revenue will also lost here. So that's the reason everyone is uh, mainly they're going for performance testing because of this purpose only. Okay, maybe earlier, before, I think before 5 years or 7 years back, that issues are different. Performance testing mainly only very few applications, a few people will take it serious, but now everyone is taking serious. Okay, because of more and more competition and complexity happens here in the code, everything. Okay, and also the a now the a implementation will also happens here, and because of a again the performance again, they will ask us to do the performance testing for a applications also. Okay, so it's the I think the performance testing will grow more and more. Yeah, I think everyone know what is the load testing and stress. I'm not going to explain here. What is the scalability test and why why we need to use spike testing. We know to check to evaluate how the system will handle where the sudden sharp increase in load. Okay, and what does endurance or soak? Sometimes endurance, sometimes soak testing. So this way you need to check, just only to check how the system will handle for a sustained load over the long periods. Okay, so think about like application, or you can think about as you always we can compare. For suppose if I'm working for 24 hours, what will happen? If someone think, if someone will without sleeping, if we are working for 24 hours, how so we know suddenly no one can work for 24 hours here. But applications, it's as they are not human beings, they need to work for 24 hours here, and without any reduction in the performance here. Performance should be very high, everything. So endurance testing will check how over the long periods here. Okay, actually, what is the volume testing? Volume testing will mainly focus on to the system abilities to handle the large volumes of data. Okay, if any large volumes of data will come, how the performance, how the application can able to handle, because we know if data is more, so many issues will come here. Query will take more time or something, indexing is not done properly. Okay, so we need to check everything by running. Okay, and we need to check the DB reports here. Okay, and what is the difference between functional testing and performance testing? Anyone can say this?
Functional, we are purely checking on the functionality, like whether the any particular field is working or the expectations of the application is working. Likewise, for example, if we take if we are ordering an product in the Amazon, the order process flow should work properly. So we will check each and every click button when the product is getting added. These kind of things we will verify. That is functional. Non-functional is purely that we are checking for the user load and how it is, like the server thing and how fast it is.
Yeah, from the user perspective mainly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, like, if someone will say that do the performance testing, initially you need to check with them whether it is functionally stable or not. That is the first point we need to check with them. Why? Because if the functionality is not stable, okay, then in the performance testing, so many issues will come. So yeah, this is one more. Functional testing will focus like how the software will behave or any functionality, how it is working properly. But whereas performance testing, we will check the like how the application will perform for various load conditions here. Yeah, what tools are commonly used for performance testing? Anyone can say which tools are commonly used?
JMeter,
Yeah,
LoadRunner,
JMeter.
JMeter.
AppDynamics.
Yeah,
LoadRunner, and NeoLoad.
yeah, NeoLoad, K6. So many tools are there. K6 also is open source tool. Okay, and Gatling. So many tools are there. Yeah, thank you for all. Yeah, how do you define the expected load for load testing? For load testing, for suppose if someone will say, yeah, do the load testing. Okay, so load testing is one of the type of testing in the performance testing. Then what questions we will ask, we need, like what information we need from them. And here it is asking what is expected load.
So production data.
Yeah, from the production data or maybe the technical architects or someone, if they know also, no problem. Okay, so or from the NFR also you can gather information. Expected load in the sense in the from the production data or somewhere the peak hour load. Okay, the peak hour load is the expected load. Okay, so under normal conditions, like under normal conditions. Okay, that's it. That is the expected load. Like I said, no, like for suppose I design one application for the food delivery app. I know every day how many users will come and what is the peak hour. So we need to do for the peak hour analysis that is given by the load testing. Okay, that is typically you can based on the historical data or user possession or business requirements here. Anything you can able to find it from anywhere. Yeah, why it is important to run performance testing? This is one more important question. In an environment similar to production, this type of questions they may ask. So why it is important to run performance testing in an environment similar to production? Yeah, actually, before going for this question, performance testing will be done in the testing environments or production environment. That means
Testing.
most probably, not like
Yeah.
approximately.
In a testing
Mostly
environment,
test
but
Yeah,
environment.
yeah,
the
testing
system
environment.
should be somewhat similar to production.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
okay. Because the production we can do, but again, so many issues will happen here. That's the reason no one will prefer to go for production directly in the production. We need to make replica. For suppose in the production, my architecture is microservice. Okay, yeah, this type of questions will also ask. They may ask you, like in the present project, which architecture you are doing. Okay, so then you need to explain them. Yeah, we are using microservice or we are using monolithic. Okay, this type of questions they may ask you to know how much knowledge you are having on this performance testing. Okay, And everyone know if it is a microservice, every module, I will explain again. Okay, if it is a microservice, every module will have separate app server, web server, DB servers. But where if it is a monolithic, all the modules will share the same infra. Okay, so any and also the testing environment should be similar to production here. For suppose in the production, I am having two web server and one app server and one DB server. Okay, and in my testing environment also, I should have the same app servers, web server, DB server. Okay, and also the RAM size, the number of CPU core. Okay, disks, like everything should be replica. Load balancer, for suppose in the production you're using one load balancer for app server. Okay, in the testing environment also we need to use load balancer. But the size and everything, that depends upon, no need to go for exactly 1:1. For suppose in product, that depends upon in production, if you're having uh, 30 app servers here, 40 web servers here, I cannot make replica similar to, na, my cost will increase. Okay, so the ratio should be similar. So in this way, the testing environment should be replica to production. If someone will say, if someone will ask you the question, if my testing environment is not replica to production, what will happen here? Okay, then you need to explain them. If it is not replica, the bottlenecks which we will find in the testing environment may not appear in the production for the similar case. Okay, so why? Because for suppose in my testing environment some bottlenecks happens here, CPU is getting 100%. In production it may not come, it may not come, I cannot say exactly. Why? Because they are not replica. The testing environment and production is not replica. So this is the first observation we need to identify from the NFR document. Okay, I will show you from the NFR. Okay, while I will explain you. So from the NFR, we need to identify how the testing environment and production, whether they are replica or they are not in replica, and we need to explain about all this risk, everything to them. Okay. Okay, see a difference in anything, difference between testing and production environment, such as hardware or network configuration or data, can lead to inaccurate results or mixed perform or by missing some performance issues here. So very important. So we need to explain them. Okay, one more question. What key performance metrics are typically measured during the performance testing? Anyone? Performance metrics here.
Latency, throughput.
Yeah, so throughput is one, and latency or response time. Okay, and which
Yes.
Error
response time?
percentage, CPU
Yeah,
and memory utilization.
yeah. And which response time you will check mainly? Anyone? Average response time or maximum or minimum or 90th percentile, 95,
95th, 95th percentile.
95th.
95th
Okay,
percentile.
okay. I will explain what is 95th percentile, everything, this type of questions also. Okay, 95th percentile in the sense 95% of users can able to below that SLA, that maybe 3 seconds or 4 seconds. But 5% we are not considering them. I will explain with an example. Okay, with some real-time example, I will explain you what is this 98 percentile everything, because in some of the interview questions they may ask you. Okay. Yeah. So whatever you said, everything is correct. Someone said latency, response time, throughput, error rate, resource utilization, everything correct. These are the key metrics we need to find out. If response time is increasing, whenever load is increasing, we need to check whether if load is increasing, throughput is increasing, or response time is also response time is decreasing or increasing, we need to check, or error percentage is increasing. Okay, so these all things we need to consider when performance testing is going on. Okay, yeah, I will share after every class now I will share whatever I will explain you, but not directly in the WhatsApp group somewhere. I will keep it in the Git, and I will provide the access. Okay, and what is the performance bottleneck, and how do you identify it? Yeah, you can say your own answers, no problem. I said na initially. Uh,
Anything that
yeah,
anything that
sorry.
slows down system performance.
Okay, slow down.
Yeah,
Okay,
with the
that is
response time.
okay. Okay, how do you identify? By checking the response time or any other?
If few requests are failing, like server is not responding.
Yeah, okay, that is one. Anything? See, why I'm asking na? If I will show you, everyone will check the same answer. If I will ask you, different answers will come.
We'll be checking layer to layer, like infra layer, application layer, then database layer to identify the bottlenecks.
Yeah. So like CPU memory for all the application server,
Yes,
like
infra and the code is application, and any query issues, bottlenecks on DB.
yeah, DB
So it
queries.
depends.
Yeah, if query is taking more time. Okay, yeah, everything is right. Okay. So a performance bottleneck occurs when a particular point of system limits the overall performance. Like maybe for suppose everything is running properly, but DB is getting 100%. Then suddenly app server CPU is 20%, web server CPU is 20%, but DB is getting 100%. That is a limit. Because of this limit, my application will slow down. Okay. So in this way, we need to identify the bottlenecks here. Okay, as someone said, long response time, network delays, high CPU or memory usage. Okay, these all things will come. So if something if some of the like maybe system or something, or if it is getting limit some issues here, that is a bottlenecks here. Maybe any software, as someone said, code issue or hardware or network, anything. Okay, anything may come here. That is a performance bottlenecks here. How do you determine when to stop performance testing? For suppose we are doing performance testing, suddenly I want to stop my testing here. How can I determine this?
When it meets NFR criteria.
Yeah,
When an errors occurring more than acceptance, more
okay,
errors.
okay. Yeah, anything?
And if the server is crashed or down, there is no point in putting more load.
I think this question is giving in two different ways here. Some one per like one person said like by comparing SLA, but again we are thinking something like when to stop performance testing in the sense someone is thinking for suppose I want to stop the performance testing if something is going, some issues are going, if errors are increasing or CPU is getting 100%, I want to stop the performance testing. I think the one question is giving you some different answers here. Okay. So, but the first answer who has given that is almost uh, matching. Why? Because see here, I'm asking how do you determine when to stop performance testing? Okay. So here, not like something like uh, see, see you can see here. You stop performance testing when you reach the predefined goals here. Okay, for suppose one of the manager will come and he will say do the performance testing for 2000 concrete number of users. Okay, then initially directly no one will run for 2000 users, na? Directly. Initially we need to check for low concurrency. Okay, we need to run for 50 concurrency and slowly we need to increase. Okay, within for directly if I'm running for 2000, how can I know the bottlenecks everything? So I need to run from the low concurrency level. So once 2000 limit I have reached, I will stop my performance testing. Okay, so that is concurrency reach or like maybe SLA, meeting some response time targets here, or identify and resolving significant bottlenecks here. And stopping should also occur once the system is stable across different loads here. Okay, like for suppose I can also stop my performance testing if as someone said in different manner. If any errors are increasing or some issues are happening here, I will stop my performance testing and I will check all the DB reports, everything, and I will resolve all the issues here. I'm not saying all all the answers are correct. Okay, but this one question is giving you different answers here. So that depends upon the person who is asking the question. Okay, so how? Yeah, then we need to ask him. So like what this question is regarding, whether you are asking like regarding the bottlenecks or something, or you can, if you'll say something he can able to understood, yeah, you know something. Like if you will say, yeah, I will stop my performance testing when it will reach my predefined goal or according to NFR. Okay, if everything uh, if I completed according to NFR or PT strategy, that is also most important. Once the load testing is completed, we need to compare with the PT strategy documents here again. The whether everything is good, the whether we are following the process of the strategy process. That is most important. Okay. Anyway, all your answers are correct. Yeah, can performance testing can be done manually without using any tools?
No.
Like concurrency we can do.
Yeah, concurrency we can do. We can't say no. Why? Because before JMeter tool or before LoadRunner tool, how they are checking performance testing? Okay, for suppose go back very few some decades back here, how they will do performance testing? If any application is going live, they will ask all the persons who are working in the company. They will ask, run the test, run this application at the same time manually. Okay, but gathering information is very difficult. Gathering response time, everything. Maybe they will check. Yeah, if, for suppose if all the 100 employees are able to access the application properly, so no issue. Then they will send that application to live. So manual also we can do, but this aggregating the reports, everything is very difficult here. So we are using a tool, and also manpower. We need to request each and every person do this performance testing available in this particular time. Okay, and we need to like that's again a different process here. Okay, if performance testing can be done with by using a tool or by one person is enough. He can record the application and he can do correlations, parameterization, assertion, timers, everything, and he can run the particular script for any number of users here. So your manpower will decrease and no need to request everyone. So manually we can say okay, we can do, but it's not ideal. We need to explain them. It's not ideal for large scale load testing. Okay, for suppose if application was used by only 10 users, maybe very high level, then manually we can check, no issues. No, okay, no need to use any tools here. Okay. Yeah, one more. What is the role of performance test engineer during the performance testing? I'm not asking about performance tester. I'm asking about performance engineer during the performance testing. What is the role? Because we know performance testers will be different, performance engineers will be different. So what is the role? Like what testers will do and what engineers will do?
Engineers will suggest the some recommendations based on their experiences and best practices in industry
Yeah,
uh, to improve
recommendations
the
and
performance.
also recommendations and also engineers should do like a developer only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So based on the
Anything?
findings of tester, they will be like fixing or recommend the best practices.
Yeah. Yeah, this, everything. Because for suppose as a performance tester, I identify some bottlenecks here. DB is getting 100%. If I'm a performance test engineer, what I will do? Yeah, I will check the DB report, and I will check all from the DB report if it is a Oracle. Okay, Oracle report. I will check AWR report, and I will check which is taking more time, which query is taking more time. I will identify. Okay, and if I'm a like if I can able to fix it, I will do. Otherwise, I will take help from the DB team. But I need to identify the issue properly. Okay. But performance test engineers always they will identify the code and they will fix the code also. So the performance test engineer is responsible for designing, executing performance testing, analyzing, identify bottlenecks, and providing recommendation to improve system performance here. They will also work with developers to resolve performance issue and validate fixes. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, yeah, I think you people are giving me the very good answers. Yeah, how do you perform a load test on a web application? And how many types of applications will come? Web application, mobile applications. Okay, if it is a mobile application, how we can do? If it is a web application, how we can do? Yeah, anyone can answer this?
web application HTTP protocol,
Yeah, so initially we will check the protocols
scripting.
here. Yeah, how do you perform? If this type of questions will ask by the interviewer, how you will answer?
To record a script
Yeah,
to build
recording and
User
playback.
flow.
Yeah,
User generated.
we need to identify the user flows, recording and
Mhm.
playback.
and parameterize and correlate.
Yeah, this all things you can explain. Okay. If you are not answering anything, you may think, yeah, maybe he's not having experience on the JMeter tool or something. So just only what you can explain them. Yeah, to perform load testing on the web application, we will stimulate the specified number of concurrent number of users. We will use any tool. Okay, just slowly and we will check the scenarios here, and we will record and we will play back the same scenarios with some number of concurrent number of users. You can explain anything, but don't keep it blank. Okay, just explain whatever we know for the from the web applications. Okay. Yeah, what is the purpose of stress testing here, and how it will differ from the load testing? Yeah, only for today only I'm going for performance testing. So tomorrow, from tomorrow I will go for JMeter. Okay, just only as everyone should know regarding this performance testing also. Yeah, what is the purpose of stress and how it will differ from the load testing?
Testing more than users beyond the system can handle.
Yeah, so more than the expected load or peak hour analysis load. Okay, we need to identify how the system can able to handle with the same infra, We are not increasing any infra, we are not increasing app server DB or something. Just only we are increasing the number of concrete number of users. Okay, for the future, for suppose today my food application is working properly for 10,000 users. So in future, if 20 users are suddenly, like for suppose we know in corona time, okay, suddenly the online business uh, it's very grow very drastically. So before Corona, for suppose if Zomato app or something, if 100 users are like taking the checking their application in Corona time, maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 also. So at the time they need to be ready. Okay, if 10,000 users are accessing my application should not crash. So that's the reason they will go for stress testing here to check with the same infra how many users can able to handle. Okay, and also as like in the book it will they will say breaking point, but no one will go up to breaking point. If it is if we are why? Because we can able to identify if CPU is getting nearer to 100%, we can stop it. Okay, if for suppose if CPU is getting 100%, but still if you're increasing the load, then definitely the application will crash. That is everyone knows here. So mainly the stress testing to find the system breaking point. Okay, by giving the extreme load conditions here. Okay, yeah. In what scenario would you use endurance testing?
If you want to check how long
When
the system is able to
to
handle the load,
find out memory leaks.
Yeah,
To find out breaking point of application.
breaking point of application will be done by the
Capacity
stress
test.
testing. Okay, that
Okay.
is the stress. Endurance testing means for long hour. I said
Yeah.
no for suppose if I taken the class for 1 hour, everyone everyone can able to okay I can able to everyone will come. If I will take the class for suppose 20 hours, 20 hours. So why I need to take daily 1 hour class for 20 days? Can I take 20 hours in one day? How everyone will feel here if I will take
Mem
20 hours in one day. So that's like endurance testing here. We need to identify, we need to run the application for the more hours here, 8 hours, 24 hours, depending on, okay, requirements
Banking,
here. Yeah, banking application, someone has said.
live stream,
Okay,
live stream.
yeah. Okay, because banking, maybe now the time is 10 p.m. I need to transfer the money to some person. Okay, then I will open the banking application. Okay, so or I want to order some something e-commerce application, or I want to play some game here, gaming application. So every 24 for 24 hours, this particular application should work. Maybe food delivery app they will not work after 12 night 12 or 1 p.m. They may not work here. That depends upon, or less number of users will run. Okay, but mainly someone said na, to check the memory leaks here mainly. Okay, why? Because if someone will say my application was working properly before 2 years but now it is not working, then you can apply endurance testing and you can check whether any memory leaks are happening, or heap size is gradually increasing, or heap size is decreasing whenever garbage collection happens here. So these all things we will identify here. Okay, just only to check to know how the application will perform over the extended periods. Okay, mainly to identify the issues like memory leaks, slow response time, or performance degradation over the prolonged usage. Okay, yeah, what are the common performance issue that can be identified during the testing? Common performance issues.
database.
Yeah, mainly database. Okay, mainly every application. and some anything. May- uh, we can't say directly database, like we can say that queries or something indexing.
Yeah.
Process. Getting timeouts on API.
Yeah, yeah,
or we face any error.
yeah, okay.
or multiple entries.
Mm, okay.
Infra infra issues,
Yeah,
CPU,
infra mainly
RAM.
CPU memory for all the servers. That is their common performance issue. Or okay, that is one of the. Yeah, still
Slow
anything.
response. Slow
Yeah, slow
response.
response time.
High memory usage.
Which one?
High memory usage.
I memory use. Yeah, see memory usage of the server. Yeah,
Load balances,
yeah, load
configurations.
balancer. Yeah, sometimes load balancer issue will happens. Will also happens here if it is not balancing properly for all the for our app servers or something. Okay. Yeah, still anything. Okay, yeah, as everyone said, na, someone said slow response time due to inefficient queries or overload servers or network issue. You're right. High CPU, someone said high CPU and memory usage here. Okay, which can crash or slow down. Someone said database bottlenecks here, such as slow queries here. Okay, and someone said resource contention here, like CPU memory for all the servers here, or network latency. Okay, so these are the some of the common performance issues here. Okay, yeah, just only 2 more minutes I will take. Okay, I will take from you. How do you identify whether an issue is related to client side or server side during the performance testing? Client side in the sense, what is the client side and what is the server side? Anyone can say?
Client
Mindset.
side is a browser-based metrics like page load, FCP, and server side is CPU, memory, and
Client
database.
Yeah, it's right.
client side. Is it not client side related to the tools issues,
Yeah,
the
client
load which
side.
we sent?
Yeah.
Client side is basically the app and the like web application,
The
and server side
browser
is basically where the core logic, the server is in place.
Mm. Okay. So mainly,
rendering
yeah, rendering also.
rendering issues.
Yeah, page load time from the browser. For suppose if I will open my tool, like for suppose, uh, sorry. Yeah, for suppose I will open the JPEG store. Okay. If I will apply, if I will open the developer tool from here, and from the developer tool we can check the network tab or we can check Lighthouse tool. Okay. So this all things, Lighthouse tool will also help us to analyze the client side metrics here. Okay, how the application is loading very slowly. So client service mainly from the user side. Like for suppose sometimes what is happening from the server side everything is very good, a CPU everything, but still the response time will be very high. Then we need to check from the network side if if anything like if JS is taking more time or CSS is taking more time. Why? Because if JavaScript is loading very slowly, definitely the response time will be very high. Okay, and again, if you see here, there will be some two metrics here: finish time, and you can check the load time here. Finish time means like all this particular request should load each and every JS or everything. Okay, for suppose if I will apply, if I will open Flipkart. Okay, and if you see, you can see the finish time will increase, but load time will not increase here. Load time will be similar, same, but finish time will try to increase here. Why? Because all these resources should load. the JS, CSS, everything should load properly. You can see the finish time is increasing more and more. Our load time will be constant here, 8.49 seconds here. So this way, the client side and as someone said, no, client side means like browser performance here, JavaScript or large files being download. Okay, from the user perspective. But whereas server side means like this all things, insufficient server capacity, poor database optimization or network bottlenecks here. Okay, these all things. JMeter tool mainly will works for client side or to server side.
Client.
Server side.
Yes,
Client
server
side.
side. The client side, how can we go for JMeter tool? Okay, because JMeter only for server side issues, no, not for. But client side also we can do, but it's very limited. You need to use some Selenium scripting or something. It's very difficult. Okay, you should have very high scale load generator machines here. But mainly, I'm saying about mainly like around 80% something. Mainly JMeter tool will works mainly for the server side issues here. Okay, we are throwing the load and we will check the database. We will check all the server CPU memory. All these things we will check.
But the response time and the throughput 95 percentile. So these all are client side metrics, right?
No.
Yeah, client side metrics
If
only,
I'm
but
okay.
here what happened, mainly the issues what we will check. For suppose if 95% response time is very coming very high, from where you will
Mm-hmm.
check this issue?
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. I'm telling here. So we will check from the
Okay.
servers or we will
Good.
check from database. Okay. For suppose 98%
Yeah.
I got like around 50 seconds here. Then what I will do? I will check again these things here. Okay. So maybe I'm asking about this like where the bottlenecks is occurring. Regarding the bottlenecks, I'm asking to okay, and where these issues will come. Mainly JMeter tool, we will check regarding to find out the server side issues mainly. Okay, it's a backend no tool. Let's see, JMeter for suppose if you're running the JMeter tool, like JMeter can get all can work similar to developer tool. We are having an option. We are having an option embedded request. That tick we need to go for this tick mark. Then JMeter will work approximately like a developer tool, but not completely. Okay. I will explain everything. This one, all things I will explain you. Yeah, okay. I think I will not take more than okay. Otherwise, you okay. So, but we are. I can say I can promise that I'm having more and more questions, and this all this maybe with this reasonable price. I think you can have some. We can have like a community only, like question and asking questions, and you can answer. Okay, and whenever you are going for interview, this will help you. Yeah, this particular question we have discussed in particular class, you can able to explain them easily. Okay. Anything, any other questions from anyone?
Yeah, so actually I have a question. See, I have around 15 years of experience in QA and I work both in manual and automation testing. Automation, I have around 3 to 4 years of experience. So if I will join the class, the 20 uh, JMeter classes, so when I will add this JMeter knowledge in my CV, then how many experience I can show and uh, the question that I can handle after completing this course.
Yeah, that depends. See, for suppose if you can able to like for suppose if you can able to record an application, like a
Mhm.
sample application, if you can able to record and if you can able to play back, but this recording and playback maybe I may not explain in this JMeter interview question, but I will help you. I can share you some videos or something. I can help you. Okay.
Yeah, I have basic knowledge on JMeter,
Yeah, that is
and
enough.
yes. My question is because in practical I'm new to JMeter. I don't have any hands-on experience. If I will practice through JPEG Store or any uh, like demo blaze, it's just like demo application, right? I will go through it and I will run the JMeter, everything I will do that, but I don't have any production related experience. So my question is, how many years of experience can I add in my CV as a performance tester? I think in 13 years experience, if the recruiter or the company will consider me as a, see, if it is a 2, 3 years of experience, if I will add in my CV, it will be just like a fresher or a mid-level experience. So that is my confusion where I will fit, where I'll fit my J
This I think
meter.
we can, yeah, but here I think we cannot able to discuss here because that way I will explain you. Okay, because how many years experience, everything that depends upon but see here what is happening now. If you will keep 13 years performance testing, will again more and more questions will come. Whether
Hmm.
again, okay, because with some difficult questions may also come here, like whether you're having CACD this CACD integration like integrations, and you know Jenkins, you know Docker, Kubernetes. Okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
all
that
things will
I
come.
understand. That is not practically possible to add 13 years in performance testing.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I want
You
to
can
know
no no
from.
no. See, for suppose if someone will no one will check about whether like they will check for suppose if someone job description they will say 4 years experience or
Mhm.
performance testing. You can explain them. Overall, I'm having manual automation performance, and in some of the projects I have done the performance testing along with the manual automation also. So this way, without keeping the experience, like you can explain maybe in this case also you can explain, na?
Great. That's right.
Okay, because
And
that's benefit for them. If a person who knows manual automation and this performance, that's a benefit for them. So purely
yes,
they never take for purely only for one performance testing, na? Okay, it's a benefit for anyone. So but don't say about this much experience. You can explain them for some of the projects I work for all things for automation performance manual everything I work.
yeah.
That is also one
And
more way you can explain them.
yeah. And another question is, see, whenever I go through these JMeter sessions, and everywhere I found that the most JMeter or the performance testing mostly used in the web-based application or any, I mean, in e-commerce site, mostly this performance testing is going on. Uh, I have worked in mostly in telecom domain. Okay, so do you have any uh, performance testing? Because I haven't done any performance testing on my career because I didn't get any chance because the application that I tested mostly on the admin side application. So in that admin side, uh, performance testing doesn't matter because admin maximum 4, 5 admin will use this application. So in this case, so my question is, does performance testing also happens in telecom domain or telecom applications?
Yeah, telecom application, but we need to check whether JMeter can able to handle the telecom applications, whether if it is a protocol HTTPS protocol.
Hmm.
Okay, or which tool can able to handle if it is a load runner or neo load. So this way initially you need to I see if it is a web application like recording and playback, JMeter can easily handle. If it is
Yes.
SAP application, JMeter cannot handle SAP like all the SAP some protocols are there. Okay, Citrix protocol. So then definitely you need to go for LoadRunner. So depends.
Yeah,
Initially, you
mobile.
need to do the POC on this.
I work in a telecom company. Like for web, like mobile application, we use performance testing. But I don't work actually. But for API testing and all, because you
Okay.
geometry.
Yeah, for APIs we can do easy, we can use JMeter easily for web services. Okay, that is
Okay.
that is you can do. But if you telecom, if you can able to similar to web application, you can do. If it is not something different or something like for, some Microsoft forms are coming or something, protocols it's different, then you need to go for other tools here. If recording is not possible. Yeah, I
Okay.
think someone Bhagavat, I think yeah, see, I never go for that only interview question and answers. I already explained you yesterday only. I will go for detail like JMeter integrations with Jenkins, okay, and AWS, okay, everything I explained already in the yesterday. And scenario based explanation also I will explain you. Like if you see some scenario, I will like I will go for taking some scenarios and I will explain you. So still I'm having lots of material here. Controller about controllers also I'm having. Okay. So not only here and I think I'm having some. Okay, not now. I will check. I will. Okay. See this one. See this is one scenario. This is one scenario. Okay, banking application. For suppose a banking application is following patterns here. So on the scenario based also I will explain. Yeah, this is one scenario and how to find the phasing, everything in detail I will explain you. Okay, not only question and answers, only for some days only question and answers. Okay, not every day. And also in some of the classes now I will go for one question and from the question only I will explain you how to construct the JMX file. This way also I will explain you. Yeah, anything, any other questions from anyone?
JMeter tool I haven't worked. So do I have to like go through any video or is it easy for me to follow you?
This question again, because interview questions, na, like if it is better if you will follow some basics, like if you know like how to record an application and how to do uh, uh, just recording and playback, these correlations, everything I will explain you, but not in a very deeper level. Okay,
Okay. So the basic I should learn by myself. Sure,
basic,
sure,
yeah,
I'll do that.
yeah,
Mhm.
one or two classes. Just to, if you like, if you need, I will check with team once, and I will share some videos here, just
Sure.
only for recording, how to record an application and how to download the JMeter software, how to install the certificate. Okay. If otherwise,
Okay.
I will take some around 30 minutes and I will explain you. That is also not an issue.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Then thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything? Okay. Then I think we can close this call. Yeah. Thanks for all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks once again. Bye.